So, Mitchell, are you excited for this one?
Is Saitama bald?
Oh, wait. Are you actually excited?
Yeah.
But who's the annoyed one?
Alright, and welcome back to the final form.
It's been so long.
Yes, it has.
It's been a whole 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 45 seconds.
If you listened to this episode before the last episode, then you're confused.
You are confused, time traveler, or person who just clicks on the first thing on the list.
You chaotic bastard.
Follow the numbers. Follow them.
So welcome to Final Form. I am Ryan Taylor.
Once again, I'm Mitchell.
And we are about to dive into an anime I'm very excited to talk about.
It is still good, though.
It's so good. One Punch Man.
The man who ends everything with a single kick. Wait.
Hold on. Something's not quite right there. Let me check my notes.
But yeah, that's the premise of the show. A superhero so powerful, he can end any fight in one punch.
I gotta admit, when I first saw the premise of the show, I thought, how could they possibly make an entire show out of this?
By following every shonen superhero trope so goddamn hard.
So well. My god.
People say, oh, this is tearing down the rules of shonen. No, it's following those rules way harder than even Dragon Ball Z does.
Yeah.
But it's poking fun at it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's basically Spaceballs.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the anime equivalent of Spaceballs.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't even know where to start with this because I love it so much.
Damn, we should have Mel Brooks do One Punch Man in live action.
Yes. Oh boy.
Yes.
Where does one start with One Punch Man?
I mean, maybe we should start with his amazing training regiment.
Yeah.
How he gained his superpowers. 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 10-kilometer run, never turn the heat on in winter, never turn the air conditioning on in summer. And you train so hard like that, your hair will fall out.
Oh my god. This show is fucking fantastic. Honestly, when did you watch this first?
I first watched it pretty much when it came out because the premise alone intrigued me enough. Because I was at that point where I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of shonen being so predictable. This show is predictable, but my god, it's so funny. I love it.
Yeah. So it's like, what, 5-6 years old, something like that?
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
With the second season coming out very soon.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
So I watched this show last year, I believe.
Yes, I remember when you finished watching it, you were very hyped about it.
This is easily the most fun I've ever had watching anime.
Yeah.
Not to say it's my favorite anime, but pure joy.
Yes.
From start to finish, just smiling ear to ear, laughing my ass off. Because this is, honestly, I think, the funniest anime I've ever seen.
It's not the funniest one I've seen, but my god, is it really like in the top. It's so funny in places. There's a few stinker jokes. I wasn't laughing every episode, but I'd gladly rewatch it endless times because a lot.
This is the first anime I've seen that's like fully up my alley in terms of its humor.
Yes.
Because like as much as there are many anime I enjoy, the jokes just don't do anything for me a lot of the time.
That's different taste in comedy.
Yeah.
And it's just so good.
Yeah. Oh my god. So characters.
We've got Saitama.
Yep.
AKA One Punch Man.
Yes.
His student, Genos the Cyborg.
Yeah. I love that so much.
And the whole cast of colorful other superheroes and wacky monsters.
Yeah, and like the designs are fun.
Have you seen the original designs though?
No.
This started off as a web cartoon.
Okay.
You could probably do better than the original art for a web cartoon.
Oh, that bad, is it?
But the writing was pretty much the same.
Okay.
So he got better and better and got a one-shot. And that one-shot exploded.
I believe that.
It was one of the first examples I can think of a Japanese free web cartoon, a web comic.
Yeah.
exploding. There are other examples, and I've watched some shows that were web stories, like basically fanfics.
Yeah, of course.
That have also exploded out. Like Overlord was one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, it started off as a free to read on a website, and each iteration was refined and made better. Some people said it lost its teeth as it got more and more refined and for the public.
Yeah. Well.
And the same thing kind of happened with One Punch Man. The art got better and refined. Some people missed the ultra. But whenever Saitama does that weird blank expression, that's very close to the original artist style.
I love when that happens.
Yes.
I love it so much.
And Saitama's facial expressions are so good. Like he, much like in our last episode with Vash's ability to just flip through moods, Saitama can go from this stoic, stone cold, looking like Superman, some of the best art you've ever seen, to this weird little head in the background that looks so confused at like one line from the bad guy. Yeah.
I love how that happens. I love like the timing and the reasoning for that.
The timing for this is the best part of the comedy.
Because the blank, like I don't even know how to explain it. The simple blank design of Saitama is pretty much the real Saitama.
Yes.
It's who he really is. But just when he decides to actually like take action, and you see that animation that is super well designed,
that chisel features materialized out of nowhere.
I always felt like that was more of everyone else watching him and being like, "Whoa!" Like
one of the bad guys senses his superpowers and intent to kill. Yeah, that's what that looks like. Yeah. But Saitama always looks like a confused bald guy going, "What?" A guy whose major priority is, "Oh shit, there's a sale at the grocery store. I'm gonna miss that."
That, I think, is my favorite episode.
Yeah.
The
ending of the big Kabuto fight at the Evolutionary Foundation, or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
The name's not important.
No, it's not. It's not. I can't recall the names of the villains at all.
I can only recall one name. Yeah. And that's because he kept saying it over and over again.
What was that?
I am the king of the deep sea ones. I am the king of the deep sea ones. I am the king of the... I get it already. Why are you wearing those trunks? Yeah. That Speedo, I mean. Why are you wearing...
And it doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal. It's just like...
It's pretty much the whole, you set your toys up and then you smash them down. Yeah. That's the purest description of the show is you set up your toys and then you throw your favorite one at them.
Yeah. I'll be honest. As I mentioned in the last episode, I didn't get to prepare very much for Trigun. I didn't prepare for this at all. I have not watched it since last summer. I want to rewatch it again. But I didn't need to, because I remember very, very well exactly how much I enjoy this and exactly why.
Yeah. I mean, it's only 12 episodes. Not too much to retain.
No.
It's not like you're trying to retain all Fullmetal Alchemist in one
No, exactly. But that particular episode, that whole, that delivery...
I believe he is upset about the sale.
Yeah. when he... You think that oh god, Saitama's actually met his match. He's gonna lose, and then because I forget exactly what he's saying, but he's saying like
you'll be destroyed. His rampage will not end until next Saturday. It'll last through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wait, Saturday. Today's Saturday. Yeah. I'm missing the sale.
Yeah. It's perfect.
And Genos has to explain to the bad guy why he's freaking the hell out. Yeah. And then after the day is saved, Genos says, if we rush to the store, we can make the sale. You're right. They run off. And that's just so, like, what? What the...
The show is that is the crux of the humor.
And as anybody who lives, by sales or on paycheck to paycheck can immediately respond to say, Thomas, freak the hell out. Yeah. What seems like a pointless thing could be your entire week's worth of food.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Saitama is currently unemployed pretty much.
Yes.
That's a big bloody deal. Mm-hmm. And apparently even when he starts making more money, he still does that because he's so ingrained to be thrifty.
Yeah, of course.
That makes sense.
It does ingrain in you, right?
Yeah. You look at a thing going, do I want to buy the $5.99 pack of food or the $4.99 pack of food? They're both 12 packs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bananas.
Yeah. Man.
And that's one of the other things I love about it. He will shop in his superhero costume. Yeah. You don't see that.
He's very casual.
Yeah. He's a hero for fun.
Yeah.
And he's playing dress up.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a nice costume.
Yeah.
It's a simplistic, nice design costume.
And that's one thing I love. Like, the fact that he is a skinny, little, bald guy in a very simple costume. He was made for cosplay.
I've seen so many.
And it's so easy. Like, sorry, not to discredit anyone who has done a Saitama cosplay, but it takes some of the load off in terms of how simple you can do it. And the fact that I've seen people who don't really cosplay who nail Saitama.
The hardest part I know for most people is going bald.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I've seen one where a guy made an even cheaper Saitama on purpose with a towel. And he purposely dipped his towel in mud. And I'm just like, love it. Like he's wearing rubber boots and rubber gloves, like the really stiff rubber gloves. He couldn't grab anything. He had trouble with doors.
That's amazing.
So he went out of his way to make his costume bad, and it worked for Saitama. Like you could totally see that being a Saitama's, test one for costume.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It is, and everyone who does this just runs with the cheap joke, runs with the.
Yeah.
It's just a fun show.
It really is, and I know people who don't really watch a lot of anime, but One Punch Man is like really their fucking thing.
Well, the thing is, it can fit in for you who love anime, people who love anime but are sick of the shonen tropes and want to make fun of them, people who love superheroes, in general, or people who are kind of sick of superheroes and want to make fun of them.
Yeah.
We all can sit around and laugh together.
Yeah.
We're all getting at the catharsis for different reasons from the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the perfect time for One Punch Man to come out.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And the final battle in the show.
It is the biggest love letter to Dragon Ball Z.
Like, on one hand, they perfectly follow the tropes. They have the biggest kind of like perfect season ending shonen type of battle without breaking from what they've been doing the whole season.
Yeah.
It's a perfect ending to the season.
And like I said, it's a love letter to Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
In fact, there are many love letters to Dragon Ball Z. There are many love letters to dozens of anime. Like the very first villain you see that gets punched instantly dead is Vaccine Man, who's designed to look like a bad guy from one manga crossed with Piccolo. So in both the Japanese and English, he had Piccolo's voice actor doing Piccolo's voice.
Oh, really?
And you're just like, you gotta love your job.
I didn't catch that. That's great.
You gotta love your job.
Yeah.
That was Chris Sabat doing his Piccolo voice.
That's great.
I think he's also the director of the English dub.
Oh, okay.
He's a big director now.
Yeah. Of course.
So it wouldn't surprise me. If not, he's in the same building, so they just go, "Hey, Chris, can you be Piccolo for 5 minutes for a comic? Can I?" Because he loves to make fun of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Any opportunity he can,
of course,
he will.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z is in that there's a very slim category for me of things I absolutely adore, I absolutely love, I am absolutely a fan of, but I will take every opportunity to make fun of.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings is exactly the same boat for me.
Star Wars for me.
Yeah. Like when I watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I'm enjoying the movies. They're amazingly well-made movies.
Yep.
But I am making fun left and right.
Yep.
Because it's just, I don't know, it's perfectly on that line for me. And Dragon Ball Z is the same thing, right?
You can love something and mock it at the same time.
Exactly.
I mean, anyone who's had a best friend they constantly tease, it's exactly what you're doing.
Exactly. That's what most sibling relationships are founded on.
Yeah, sibling or a true best friend. You know, the old joke about a friend will save you, a best friend will shove you.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's continue talking about the voice acting here.
Saitama's voice actor nails the deadpan deliveries he needs to give, and the hyper upset at, I ended the fight in one punch again.
Yeah. Like,
Saitama has, deadpan, kind of excited, and then pissed at himself. That's pretty much his emotional range.
Yeah.
He circles around them constantly.
Yep.
Now, various degrees of pissed at himself, like pissed at himself for, shit, I ended in one punch, no, or I need to get off my lazy fat ass and do some heroing or I'm going to lose my job.
Yeah. I won't say that it is the most impressive voice work or the most, astounding acting, but it might still be my favorite voice work.
Because he's playing such a down character.
Yeah.
He's not playing bombastic character who's every 5 minutes
Exactly.
screaming his attack names.
Yeah.
Like, Saitama's attack name, like his most dangerous attack is 100 consecutive normal punches.
I love that. And like that's the thing too. When I first that was the moment that I knew I was going to love this show, because that famous anime trope that I never quite got about shouting the name of your attack
He doesn't even shout it. He just blindly says 100 consecutive normal punches.
I know, and it's perfect. It is perfect.
But the thing is, even my deadpan delivery there is not as good as that.
No, right?
I don't know how
it is the most deadpan.
He brought energetic deadpan.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
And pulled it off flawlessly.
Yeah.
But everyone else around him is full of energy. Like, Genos is the best example. He's the one he bounces off the most. Genos is so earnest and honest and wants to do good deeds, but wants to be like Saitama. And it's kind of cute and sweet in places. And the energy he brings is like, 1 minute he's dead serious, cyborg. Next minute he's like a 10-year-old looking up to a superhero.
Yeah.
And it works so well.
It does.
And the best part about it is sometimes Genos' face does not change emotionally between those two ranges.
No.
So you never know what it's going to be until he speaks.
Yeah.
Saitama, you can kind of tell. It'll be his more emotionless face when he's deadpan, and his more grumpy face when he's in action mode.
Yeah.
And you can tell what he's going to sound like. Genos will sound like what he sounds like.
Yeah.
And I love that about Genos. I also freaking love Genos' design.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
The yellow eyes and the black around them, and those really cool metal hands. As a guy who loves cyborgs, Genos is just... Yes, Genos is cool enough to be his own superhero.
Yeah.
He's the second fiddle, and God, does he own that spot.
Yeah. They almost kind of work like a comedy duo.
Yeah, they do.
In a way.
There's a Japanese trope of this deadpan one and the wacky one.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, they roll off which one's the wacky, which one's the deadpan.
I would say that's exactly...
No, it's not exclusively a Japanese thing, but they love to do that.
Yeah, it's the oldest comedy trick in the book, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
You got your... I guess the American version is the straight man, funny man, right?
Yeah, that's basically...
Like Abbott and Costello, you know? It's
basically... They're basically Abbott and Costello, but they keep switching who's Abbott and who's Costello.
Yeah, yeah.
And they can do that, like, so rapidly in a scene.
Yes.
But when other shows try to do that, you're like... I'm not following their characterization.
Yeah.
But these two, because their characters are those extremes,
yes,
it works.
Because it works with their motivations.
Yeah.
Right?
The comedy has to work with the show.
Yeah.
Or the show has to work with the comedy. You can't force the comedy and the show to be their own two separate things.
Yeah, exactly.
It happens all the time, and you're taken out of it. But when the two work together, it's amazing.
Yep. Opening is short.
Oh, we have to talk about the opening because this is the first chance I've been able to talk about Jam Project.
Jam Project.
They are my favorite Japanese band.
Okay, so they do this opening.
Oh, they do the One Punch Man theme.
Yeah.
They wrote it. It's actually called the One Punch Man theme.
Nice.
But they have done so many anime openings, especially to a lot of video game openings.
Okay.
They're most famous for the Super Robot Wars series.
Okay, yeah,
and they're always hot-blooded.
Yeah.
Screaming at the top of their lungs.
Nice.
My favorite song, I think, is... Well, one's called Gong.
Gong.
And the song is talking about the ringing of a gong.
Okay, yep.
And it's very chanty, slow, energetic, and then it builds this massive energy.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the other one, but the repeated line is Soul Taker. Nice. And it's just so... They love throwing gratuitous English.
Yeah, yeah.
And... Spirits, that's what I think it's called.
Okay.
And their live concert for Spirits is the four of the members in a circular room running around screaming and singing to the audience.
Wow. And
it's just so energetic, and it's a 7-minute song.
Nice. And
they're screaming it off the entire time. They take turns at the four of them singing it, but it's like a marathon of vocal work.
Nice.
And they bring 110% energy, and it works so well for One Punch Man.
What'd you say these guys are called?
Jam Project.
Jam Project.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, they are very
because that One Punch opening.
They have a 4-minute version of it.
Yeah, it's very quick to the point in the anime.
Yeah, but there's a 4-minute version of it with more lines to it, more parts to it.
I love it.
They do it in like a wasteland for their official video. It's so good. And
it's great.
It's one of my favorite openings. Period.
That's awesome. Yeah.
We talked about how Trigun is the best for me with no vocals. This might be one of the best with. This is probably, if not the best, like number 2.
Nice.
Because whenever I hear it, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Like, that's my ringtone for when you ever call. Because it usually means, oh, right, podcast time. 110% energy. I tried making it my song for, hey, get off your fat ass and exercise, but it worked too well and I was getting myself hurt.
Yeah.
So I had to take it off and then I stopped exercising. It's like, hurt myself or not?
Yeah. Fair enough. Let me see. We've talked about... Well, it's 12 episodes. There's not like a whole lot of...
We haven't mentioned the animation, though.
Yeah. You know what? Let's talk about the animation and let's segue into Season 2 a little bit. Okay,
yes.
so the animation is fantastic.
Yeah. It's very... When there's nothing going on, they don't, like, overuse their budget. They clearly know when to spend their budget, which is usually for microsecond quick bursts from Saitama or the few long, drawn-out fights.
Yes.
And I love them so much, and especially the exploding body parts from One Punch.
Yeah. Yeah. And it works well, too, because, like, the conserving of the budget works with the show in so far as the story being... he doesn't... It's not long battles. He defeats people with one punch.
But oftentimes, other people fight the monsters.
Yes.
And that's where they use a lot of the budget.
Yeah.
My favorite character besides Saitama has to be Mugen Rider.
Yeah.
Who is a love letter to Kamen Rider.
Yes.
And as a Kamen Rider fanboy, I love him.
Fuck, I never even put that together.
He is... Yeah. He talks about justice like how the original Kamen Rider does. He has no superpowers like one of the riders didn't have superpowers but still stood up like that.
Yeah.
He uses a bike and talks about bikes.
Yep.
The original writers used motorcycles.
Yep.
He is such a love letter, and he's one of the best characters and one of the quickest ones to realize Saitama's a true hero. Yeah. And I respect you. Yeah. And he's willing to forever be one of the lowest tier heroes because, A, he doesn't have any powers. He knows he can get twomped in bigger fights. Yeah. But that doesn't stop him from going to Class Demon, where the city is going to be destroyed. No, he'll bicycle his way to that city from the other city to carry people on his bicycle to safety. Yep. He'll stand up to the monster, even though the monster has killed superheroes. Yep. And he'll take a stand. And you get to see him go flying. In beautiful animation, you get to see a man nearly die. Yep. Twirling in the air and crashing, and then, like every Kamen Rider trope ever, he somehow stands back up. Yep. And that's what I mean. This show is parodying all this stuff from Japan and Western culture, but still remembers to honor the things it's parodying. Yeah, exactly. Which is how you do a parody. You don't just, this thing is dumb. Yeah. No, you show respect to it. Yeah. But you poke fun at it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like I said, he's the best example is Mugen Rider. Yep. He's a realistic Kamen Rider, which is going to get killed. Yeah.
At this point, you may hear in the background, or maybe even in the foreground, Bana snoring very loudly. It's becoming a very, very quickly a common theme to all Jedi Dropouts productions. Yeah,
it's better than her being hyperactive.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see what. Oh yeah,
we should talk about season 2 now.
Season 2 is coming soon. And you would think, with how much we love this show, I mean, we haven't discussed this at all. Yeah. But I assume we're exactly on the same page here. I think maybe you would think, with how excited we are and with how little of the show there already is, that we will be very hyped for season 2. I'm not. I was. They released the trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
It's rough, man.
Oh dear.
I knew the animation budget was going down, but it's like ground level here. It is.
Oh joy. Which will take away the punch of a lot of the jokes.
Yeah. The trailer released only a couple days ago.
Okay. And I haven't had a chance to watch
it. There's a lot of those still shots that you see in the lazy anime, and when there is actual animation, they've resorted to CGI at points, and It's bad, man. I knew the director had stepped away, and Madhouse wasn't making this one.
That would be it.
And
speaking of Madhouse, we forgot to mention last episode, Trigun's also a Madhouse production.
Yeah, it is. I forgot that.
And now that they're not Madhouse, One Punch Man is going to lose almost all of its edge.
The reactions are not good. People are not looking.
Not surprised.
No, it looks like it. This
is a show I think only Madhouse could handle.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, Madhouse does not like doing sequels.
No.
We had to kick and scream to get most of the sequels we got out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from what I understand, some of the One Punch Man was very successful, but not as successful as they wanted to be in places.
Okay.
Which might be why they stepped down. Now, this could be incorrect facts. They could have. It could be the most successful program ever. They just sometimes just drop things.
It happens.
Madhouse is a Madhouse.
They're not the only ones to be at that. I mean, Netflix is doing it constantly.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe this is just a very rough early production stuff. That happens on the trailers.
It's only a couple weeks away from airing.
But like I was going to point out, it's coming out so soon that unless this is the wrong tape. Example, which has happened, and some studios have been known to fool people by putting in their bad trailer first.
Why would you even?
I don't understand why anyone does that. You always look at them like, what?
Yeah,
because you usually see the reverse happen, where the trailer is better. As a way of lying to pull you in.
Exactly.
But at the same time, One Punch Man, would that be a joke they do? Show the bad trailer on purpose?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to remember who the studio is that took over. I'm gonna quickly look it up.
I don't think I've heard of them.
But I don't know. It just unless the story is good enough to see past it, but I don't.
One Punch Man is not really for a story.
Yeah.
You enjoy it for the comedy and the action.
Yeah.
Not to say the story is bad, but it's paint by numbers.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's not a bad thing. Like, you can use a paint-by-number story to tell a really good comedy.
Exactly.
I mean, that's one of the strong parts about Deadpool's movies. They're very paint-by-number stories.
Yeah.
You've seen both Deadpool 1 and 2 at least 4 or 5 times, if you've watched pretty much any movies.
Yeah.
But they lampoon it so well.
It was taken over by J.C. Staff.
J.C. Staff? I don't think I know that name off the top of my head.
Their biggest... Actually, some of these are pretty good. They do Food Wars.
Okay, yeah.
Which
that's got some decent
the
animation.
biggest name I'm seeing here. Honey and Clover, Toradora. I don't know a lot of these. Food Wars looks like the biggest one they've done here. But
which I've seen clips from Food Wars.
I know. And
that's got some crisp animation. It does have a lot of its whole... focus on an image for a while people talk over it.
But the thing is, would they have the same kind of budget to put into it?
They should probably have more of a budget for One Punch Man.
I don't know.
But that's the thing, we don't know.
I'll check it out, but I'm hesitant.
Yes.
I'm not.
But on the plus side, we'll always have season 1.
Exactly.
Which the jokes for that are not going to age anytime soon.
Season 1 honestly was enough for me. So I could watch those 12 episodes over and over. I really could.
And worst come to worst, if you really want to go, the manga's always out there.
Yeah. Now, one show I haven't checked out yet, but I've heard is in the same vein and is a very good hopping on point after finishing One Punch Man, is The Devil is a Part-Timer.
Yeah, that's making fun of, the isekai genre and general fantasy adventures. I've tried to watch it, but every time I go to, something gets in my way.
Oh, okay.
It is available on Netflix, though.
Yeah, I've heard the comedy is...
The most common thing that happens to me, actually, is Netflix crashes at work.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been doing a lot of that, actually.
Yeah.
And it's very good comedy. It's basically the devil gets stuck on Earth, and his magic is dwindling.
Yep.
He needs money, so he becomes the manager of a insert fast food chain here that may or may not have a clown mascot.
There you go. Yep.
Or as I like to call them, the Whack-Donalds, because McDonald's was pretty popular in like the 90s and early 2000s in Japan.
Yeah.
And they wanted to show that, so they would draw a W at Donald's. So I call it Whack-Donalds.
That's great.
I think the first time I saw it was Inuyasha, and I came up with that. It was the first time I ever out loud riffing something while watching an anime with friends, and their sides split.
Yeah.
And then I beat that joke in the ground.
Yeah.
You know, when you're an early teenager and your first joke is like solid gold.
Yeah. 3 weeks later, hey guys, remember that time I said that?
Hey guys, they're back at Whack Donald. Shut up.
I think that's decent place to end on One Punch Man. It's a short show, so I mean it's going to be a short review.
Podcast. Yeah. But it is 12 episodes. The sub is only available on Netflix right now.
Yeah,
which is a shame. I don't think the sub is very. It's not bad.
I've watched some of the sub. I think the sub is okay, but the dub is fantastic.
I think Saitama's English actor is way better.
Yeah, I gotta agree. He gets the deadpan.
Yeah, his Japanese actor is very good, but he brings energy to Saitama.
He sounds a little too much like an action hero.
Yes.
Whereas Saitama isn't supposed to.
No.
At all.
He sounds like his voice is great for Genos. Would have been great for Genos.
Yeah, exactly.
Or almost any of the other characters, but Saitama, he just dial it back.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how often a director gets to say that. Dial it back. You're alive. Dial it back. So, I suppose it's time for another quiz?
Not a quiz. We got a question here.
Oh.
This was actually a question submitted for the Jedi Drop It's mailbag, and I will still use this on that episode as well. But it's anime related, so I figured, let's use it for both. Why not?
I don't see why not. So are you going to answer it twice, or is it just going to be me who answers this time?
I'll answer twice. Fuck it. Why not?
Okay.
If you happen to listen to both episodes, then spoiler alert, I guess. I don't know. So our listener and friend Nathan Cook wrote in, and he asked, "Fuck, marry, kill," which is a great start to an anime question, right?
Oh.
Nappa, Android 16, Mr. Popo. Okay,
if I'm going by standard Dragon Ball Z, or am I going by Dragon Ball Z abridged?
Your call. Whatever you want to do here.
Right, if I'm going by Dragon Ball Z abridged, Mr. Popo is the hardest way to answer because he's nightmare fuel in that show. Like, I don't know what he is in that show, just terrifying. Mm-hmm. I guess in the original, fuck Mr. Popo, marry Android 16, and kill Nappa.
Okay.
For abridged, I think I'd fuck that Nappa.
Okay, sure.
Marry Mr. Popo, that might be my best solution to not get killed.
Yep.
And kill 16.
Yeah, okay. I found this really easy to answer.
Okay.
Because, for starters, kill Mr. Popo. Just, in general, kill Mr. Popo because, man, that's some fucking minstrel show blackface racist shit. That is like when I say
I'm not arguing that.
When I say I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan, Mr. Popo is like the one little spot of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Of shame where I'm like, oh, don't look there. Don't look.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
That's just from general Japanese not understanding that was racist.
Yeah.
And they've tried to make it their own thing by making him not African American but something else. But he clearly is inspired by racist things. So.
No, you can't do that look and
no.
It's straight up minstrel show, right?
In the Dragon Ball Kai dubbed by 4Kids, they made him blue.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they did a terrible job of making him blue.
Nice try.
I mean, what happened to the 4Kids that made that shoe gun contraption?
Yeah. So with that out of the way, it was I immediately kill Mr. Popo.
Yep.
And I looked at Nappa and Android 16. I thought, you know what? I've been familiar with Nappa for longer. I still enjoy Nappa. So I'll marry Nappa and fuck Android 16 by process of elimination.
Hey, it works. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been asked that question in all my years.
If you had been asked that exact question, I would be very, very curious as to your circle of friends.
Yes.
Oh, man.
The only person I know who would probably ask me that would be Robin.
Sure.
Because she's a very different person than Laura Ford.
Yep. So...
That was very different.
Yep, that was different. That was a little bit different, to say the least. I feel like I had some other little piece of news to talk about. I can't remember what it was. Coming off of our recent-ish One Piece episode.
Yes.
Apparently Netflix are working on a live-action One Piece of some sort.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work.
I don't think so.
I just can't see it.
I think it's going to be exactly like the Full Metal Alchemist, the Bleach, the Death Note,
I've heard the Bleach one is good.
Okay.
Not like set the world on fire. Like, it's passable. Like,
yeah.
You look at it
it's
and
good, good by comparison.
No, I'm not. Even by comparison, it's not just that. Like, it's just good in general.
Okay.
But it's like, if you miss it, you haven't missed anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things you probably just watch and I enjoyed that hour and a half.
Sure.
Unlike other Netflix animes where you're like, I spent 15 minutes on that.
Yeah.
I demand my time back.
Yep.
In interest. But yeah, I cannot see this working.
No, I don't see it.
I'm trying to picture a human Luffy, and it just doesn't work.
Mm-mm. It's gonna look bad.
It's
gonna look.
And then I pictured the stretching effect.
It's gonna look real janky.
And considering Fox, with a very bigger budget than Netflix, has never gotten Mr. Fantastic stretching ability to look close to decent.
Yeah.
Netflix. Mm-hmm. No, honey, no. No, honey, no.
On the brighter side of things, though, Netflix an actual anime made by Netflix that I'm looking forward to. And I checked to see, because I was like, is this Western made? Where it's actually made in Japan.
Okay.
Fully Japanese cast and crew. The Ultraman anime.
Ah.
What do you think of that? Like,
I haven't watched. Well, there was an Ultraman anime we already had this season. Yeah. Gridman.
Okay.
And I keep meaning to watch Gridman. Because Gridman was brought to North America as Superhero Samurai Squad.
Okay.
A very Power Ranger show.
Yeah.
And Gridman is basically a remake of it.
Okay.
With a much better animation because of the anime.
Yeah.
And Ultraman, I'm all for. I've never been an Ultraman fan.
I've never watched any.
Ultraman has been that weird Power Rangers counter Sentai relative that's just like, I don't get you.
Yeah.
But you're really popular.
Yeah.
It's mostly the suit designs I don't get. I don't like the face.
Okay.
Of that helmet.
Okay.
It's always looked terrible in real life, but when drawn,
I
like it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna watch this.
It comes out next week.
I didn't even know that. Well, I guess I'm gonna watch next week.
Literally, I believe. Well, I mean, I don't know when this episode's gonna be up. It should be up very soon. It comes out April 1st. Look at that.
I never watch anything on April 1st.
You don't trust it, do you? Just kidding. It's more JoJo.
Is it dubbed?
I hope so. That's a good question. I didn't even look to see if it was dubbed.
Probably will be if Netflix is advertising.
Yeah, if Netflix. Well, I mean, Netflix is producing it, right?
Yeah, they're gonna have a dub to it.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I'm hoping Netflix starts to get their own in-house dub crew.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because we right now have Aniplex, who do like Full Metal Alchemist and the Fate series.
Yep.
We've got Funimation, who does this wide group.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it for decent, consistent dubs.
Yeah.
There's a few other groups here and there who pick up the random stray ones here and there.
Yep.
A lot of them, though, subcontract from other ones.
Yep.
Even Funimation subcontracts. I think Netflix has been subcontracting from one small company, but I would hope they get their own in-house dub crew and translators and localizers.
Yeah.
Because they could push out a lot more anime faster than even Funimation could.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying Funimation's doing a bad job.
Yeah.
They're good in places, they're flawed places.
Yeah.
They're a corporation.
It will be a great market for Netflix to tap into.
Yes.
Just because with Disney launching a streaming service this year, they're going to have some stiff competition.
And they need to pick up... And Disney is not going to pick up anime.
No.
They may in-house produce their own style.
Yeah.
And if they do pick up anime, they're going to go for Ghibli.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Ghibli's going to go with Disney because Disney has always treated Ghibli right.
Yeah.
And I think Disney's the only place Miyazaki doesn't hate.
Yeah. I could see that happening, actually.
Because he hates everything.
Yeah.
He is not a pleasant man.
No, not really.
And
despite what you may have heard from My Neighbor Totoro.
I think what happens is he puts all of his love and whimsy into his movies.
And he's got none left.
He's got none left for the world.
Yeah.
And he's just an old man who shakes his fist at everyone, including his son, who is trying his best. His son... They should make a movie about his son trying to please dad.
Oh, poor Goro.
I watched that.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Goro's work.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen anything by Goro yet.
I've seen his work in places. It's good. Like, it's... It's pretty close to his dad. It's like almost hard to tell.
Yeah, that's on my list to check out.
Yeah.
We'll have to cover one of those sometime, maybe this year.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
And on that note, I guess that's a wrap on One Punch Man. Our next episode, it's not going to be our next upload, but we'll leave that as a surprise.
Yeah.
Just expect something at some point. But our next episode of Final Form, we're finally doing it. We're finally going back to Gundam. And you have decided, of all the Gundams in the world, we're going to do G Gundam.
The East is burning red.
Whatever the fuck that means, yeah.
You're going to learn what that means.
I guess I am. Oh, boy. I've heard a lot about G Gundam. This is going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. You're either going to love it or hate it.
Yep, we'll see. We'll see. It could be back to our old ways of bickering and disagreeing on shit. I think it's going to be fun either way.
Yeah. It's different enough from Wing that it's going to be basically night and day.
Yeah.
And it came before Wing.
Yeah. Yep.
So
this is like, what, 80s era?
Early 90s.
Early 90s, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact year G Gundam came out.
Okay.
I know Gundam Wing was early to mid 90s.
Yeah.
And G Gundam was like a year or two before Wing.
Okay.
But we'll get to that when we get to that.
We will. That'll be the next episode of Final Form. Glad we finally got some recording in. Got away from those fucking head colds.
Life finds a way.
Yep. So,
You all take care.
Yeah, what do you want to do now? What are we gonna...
Well, I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm gonna head to the grocery store. You want to come with me?
Is there a sale on?
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, yeah. Okay. Later!
This has been a Jedi Dropouts production.